Hello and welcome. All right, today we are jumping into a really big topic, self-discipline. We're going to tear it apart, figure out what it really is, how it actually works, and most importantly, how you can use it without feeling like you're in a constant battle. Let's get into it.
You know, when you picture someone who's incredibly disciplined, what's the first thing that pops in your head? For most of us, it's someone just gritting their teeth, right? Fighting off temptation 24/7 in this endless, brutal war of willpower. But what if that whole idea is just completely wrong?
And here it is. This is the big secret, the core idea for this entire explainer, coming from behavioral expert Chase Hughes. See, discipline isn't supposed to be a permanent struggle. Not at all. It's a temporary tool. It's the spark you use to light a much bigger, much more powerful fire. And that fire is called habit.
So first things first, let's just completely bust this myth that you need some kind of superhuman, endless supply of discipline to be successful. Think about that person you know who never ever misses a workout, or the one who always eats healthy. We look at them and we think, wow, their discipline is just off the charts. But here's the truth. They aren't relying on raw discipline every single day. They're running on autopilot. They used a short burst of discipline, maybe weeks or even months ago, to build that habit. And now, the habit does all the heavy lifting for them. Now, to really make this work for you, there's an incredibly powerful mental model you can use. It's all about thinking of yourself as playing two totally separate roles. Let's check it out.
Okay, on the left, you've got the butler. The butler is proactive. Their entire job is to take care of your future self by setting everything up for success ahead of time. And then on the right, you've got the disciplinarian. This role is reactive. Their job is to jump in at that moment of temptation and just veto the bad impulses. So one prepares for the future and the other protects it.
The butler's work is all about that prep work. And these aren't just chores. You've got to see them as gifts. You are literally giving gifts to the person you're going to be tomorrow. Every single one of these actions is an investment in making your future smoother and less stressful. You're basically being a servant to your own success. The disciplinarian now, they're like your personal bouncer. They stand at the door of your decision-making and just say, nope, not tonight. They veto all the things your present self really wants, but that your future self is going to regret. It's that force that says no to the easy thing now, so you can have the great thing later.
Okay, so we've got the butler setting the stage and the disciplinarian holding the line. But what's their ultimate goal? Well, it's to build a machine that automatically creates life-changing habits for you.
This is the basic loop that runs pretty much our entire lives. It all kicks off with the desire. You want something. That desire triggers a little shot of dopamine in your brain. That's the anticipation chemical, and it pushes you to act. You get the reward, and if this happens enough times, your brain forms a belief. Hey, doing this leads to a good thing. And just like that, a habit is born.
And this chart, man, this shows the problem perfectly. Our brains are hardwired to care about right now. That massive bar on the left, that's the instant gratification, the cookie you can eat this second. The tiny little bar on the right, that's the long-term goal, like being healthy in 6 months. To our primal brain, it's not even a fair fight. The disciplinarian's job is to bridge that gap and force the choice that leads to the future reward.
And this is really the main takeaway. You don't have to be the disciplinarian forever. You just have to play that role long enough for the habit to become automatic. Discipline is like the scaffolding you put up to build a skyscraper. Once the building is solid and can stand on its own, you take the scaffolding down. Its job is done.
All right, so the theory is great, but how do we actually put this stuff into practice? Let's build a real, tangible plan, starting from the second you wake up.
This right here is the butler's masterpiece. A powerful morning routine is the ultimate gift you can give to your future self. I mean, look at this stuff. It all sets the tone for the entire day. You start with a win, making your bed. You protect your brain from the chaos of the news and social media. You get your body moving, and you focus your mind on your actual goals. You're taking control of the day before it has a chance to control you.
And this is where something really cool starts to happen, this harmony of selves. When your present self wakes up and the coffee is already made, you feel this little spark of gratitude. You're actually thanking the person you were 8 hours ago, and that kicks off a really powerful positive feedback loop. Then, that night, your present self acts as the butler. You're motivated by that feeling from the morning, so you pay it forward. You decide to go to bed on time, not as a punishment, but as a deliberate act of kindness for the well-rested, high-energy person you're going to be tomorrow.
And that's what completes the circle.
Tomorrow, your future self wakes up feeling great, totally prepared, and feels this huge sense of gratitude for the investment you made. This cycle of preparation and appreciation, it just builds on itself, creating unshakable confidence and momentum.
So what is the ultimate result of living this way? It's not about hustle and stress. It's about getting to a very specific, very powerful state of mind.
It's a feeling that's been identified as a universal trait among successful people. Calm enjoyment. It is that deep, quiet satisfaction you get from knowing you are on top of your stuff. It's the exact opposite of that nagging anxiety you get from procrastinating. It is the peace that comes from being in control.
So just to be crystal clear, this whole system isn't about turning you into a robot. It's about creating a team inside your own head, where your past, present, and future selves are all working together. And when they're in sync like that, your entire emotional state just shifts from stressed and reactive to confident and proactive. And that brings us to the end. This entire system starts with just one simple action. It doesn't have to be life-altering. It can be as small as laying out your gym clothes or cleaning one dish in the sink. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what is one gift, just one, that you are going to give your future self today?